Hello, everyone. We were about to have a conversation, and I decided that we should probably go ahead and go voice live. Because
Voice live!
Voice
we
live.
gotta let Giselle
It's
yell that.
something else.
We downloaded on PlayStation Plus Earth Defense Force 5. Basically a game where, you play some kind of soldier people and a bunch of bugs invade, and you gotta shoot the bugs. It's actually super fun, even though I'm phobic of spiders, very much so, and there are a lot of them in that game. And Giselle asked us how our weekend went, and Panda decided to sum it up with a song that you can sing in the game, because it's like a marching song,
Yeah.
I will say this, so one of my favorite things, I played zero of this game, but man did I enjoy it, and I will play it in the future, I think. My favorite bit is the dialogue looks like it was recorded by people who have never seen the game at all, and also was recorded like either way before they made the game or way after they made the game. One of the two.
It's also real stupid.
It's really funny.
It's real stupid.
Oh, that's good. That's great.
But just the shit people will say over the comms, you're just like, get off comm. None of it's important.
Or they're like, the
Shoot
lieutenant
the
was killed. He
aliens.
was eaten by a monster, and you're like,
Yeah.
Look, we didn't need all that. We just need you to tell me he's dead, okay?
There's one part that keeps getting me near the beginning where someone's like, "Where's the commander?" and someone responds with, "He was killed in battle, eaten by a monster."
monster.
You don't need to say that last part. KIA is good enough.
One of my favorites so far is they're having monster sightings in America too. Oh man, I was planning some overseas travel or overseas vacation.
It's like,
really?
The world is
middle of
fucking
an
ending.
alien invasion with monsters. You're worried about your vacay?
Oh, my vacay though. I've been planning it for. This man was 2 days away from vacation.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, the
literally-
killer one is still that they look like us with arms.
they look
and
like
legs,
us.
2 arms, 2 legs, and 2 eyes.
They have eyes.
They're frog people, man.
Yeah, they're
They're
shows a
frog
picture of a
people.
frog.
tall. They're 30-foot tall. frog
Oh my
people
God.
in armor with guns, and they're just like, "Oh, they look like us." No, they don't.
Also, the monsters
No.
look like giant ants, and at one point they said something about it looking like a
What are
dinosaur.
those, dinosaurs?
Yeah, something like that. And I was like, bruh.
So our
All right.
headcanon
Yeah, that
first.
definitely has to be recorded before the models were made.
It was so
Our
funny.
headcanon at first was like, you know what? This is a version of Earth where bugs don't exist. No one knows what bugs look like, so they just think that those are what dinosaurs are. And there's a part later where someone's like, "Oh, they squished him like a bug," and we're like, "Oh, so they do know what bugs are."
So my theory is bugs look like dinosaurs, and dinosaurs look like bugs. So you got little Dimetrodons and T-Rexes running around like crickets and stuff.
They're all tiny.
Yeah, my kid had head raptors last week. It was rough. We had to shave all his head off.
Head
off,
raptors.
and, yeah,
That's so much worse.
just shave all the hair off, man, and sterilize it. It was.
Ellie's asking about your health, Giselle.
She's dying.
Oh God.
She apparently still has the
Just
sickness.
dying.
Thank you for making the Disturbed reference, Molly, but also boo. No.
No, I had to. Literally, as I put down, I got the sickness. I was like, damn it. Now I'm down with the sickness.
So
Yes.
the only,
Clear
the
my
only
throat.
issue with that is that if you just say the sickness outside of a Disturbed reference, it sounds like you have COVID.
Or
Do
some.
you have COVID?
Some.
I don't believe so because we have one other person in our house and he has not caught it. Whatever
That
we
doesn't
have.
mean you don't have COVID.
I'm pretty sure I don't.
Get tested.
As someone
Yeah.
who also has not officially popped with the COVIDs, even though I was around people who had it, you can still feel like dog poo.
Well, I don't feel like dog poo. It's just my voice sounds dog poo and I have a lot of snot.
Yeah, you should still definitely get tested.
Sounds like a respiratory sickness. Anyways,
Which it is.
I was just gonna say that being sick is not fun, especially when you're trying to do a lot of talking.
My back hurts.
I'm sorry that your back hurts, Patrick.
Welcome to being old. No.
Yeah, I just slept. That's what happened. Nothing else. I just slept weird, I guess.
Ellie, don't say that. Resident Evil comes out this week. I do not want to be
Friday.
Las Plagas.
Also, Molly is my friend. I do not want to have to shoot her.
I'll shoot you, Molly. I'm your friend that will shoot you.
All right, I'll
If
definitely
she
make
is
sure to spawn
infected
out
with the Las
ahead.
Plagas, like,
I mean, I think you want to be
After the
shot
headshots.
before that happens.
oh gosh, yeah.
It's usually
I will
what you're
prepare my-
avoiding.
My flash grenades.
No, speaking of getting old, another thing we found out this week, I don't think it's been mentioned on stream yet, is we got one of the PlayStation, like the Plus games of the month was Battlefield 2042. And I'm scrolling through the characters,
Oh yeah.
and I see this man with a big gray beard, and I'm like, oh, look at this old man they still got on the battlefield. And I look at his bio, and the man was born June 30th, 1990, a whole 7 days after I was.
Oh my god, are you serious?
Yeah, right after he gets done calling this dude old, and be like, "Yeah, look at this old man," and blah blah, and he's like, "Ah, shit."
Oh,
Wait,
no.
what year?
1990.
But granted, the game
Oh,
takes
yeah.
place in 2042,
Yeah,
so he's
yeah,
52.
So he'd be in his 50s,
game.
yeah.
He looks way older.
Yeah,
He looks-
he does.
well, I
looks
mean,
like
yeah.
he's 60.
If he's been freaking
Battlefield.
soldiering
So
that
Russian
whole time,
soldier in the game, so
Yeah.
he's probably seen some things and some stuff, and I doubt he recommends any of it. So,
then,
Might be okay to go face live.
oh my god,
Oh, yeah,
that
probably
cracked
is.
me up though.
we can go face live.
I was sitting on the couch with him when he made this discovery, and I was like dying.
I thought you were about to talk about Ace of Seafood.
Oh, that was also just that was
Ace of
chef's
Seafood,
kiss.
I might save for a
Chef's
stream.
kiss.
Yeah, we might save that one.
Bruh, that game is
Well-
something else.
We'll tell you about Ace of Seafood later, Molly. It's
Whatever
very
you
dumb.
think it is, it's not.
yeah,
Whatever you
basically.
think it is, it's not.
Damn, I was thinking like a solitaire game.
Ellie, to answer your question, my favorite Resident Evil 4 enemy is it's really a tie between El Gigante and the super creepy dude you fight in the sewer, who just is like a giant panic roach. I don't know. That dude is rad. I dislike fighting him. It is not easy, but once you get his pattern and timing down, it's kind of fun because it's just a bunch of reaction commands really to not get your head swiped off, and he insta kills you, which is obnoxious. But the concept of like having to knock the like nitrogen canisters over and freeze him and then shoot him a bunch is really cool. Also, it's like a boss fight that takes place over multiple areas, like a long hallway and stuff. So it's got this really like traveling feel to it, and it's super fun. But El Gigante is also just like classic. He's your first big boss. He really tells you like this game is going to be different, and like you feel it. Plus, you get the doggo to help you. If you save the doggo at the beginning. So
If
it's,
you
like,
don't
rewarding
save the doggo,
you for being nice. No, you have to take the dog out of the trap. And
Oh, you do
he jumps
actually
on
have to?
El Gigante. Yeah, you have to open the bear trap. If you just walk by the dog, it won't show up and help you.
well, I know.
Yeah,
I'm,
but it's
I'm
an
saying if
optional
you
thing.
don't save the doggo,
Yeah.
You're a bad person.
rude.
Well, yeah,
bad
that's what I'm
person.
saying.
That's
So
what
you
I'm,
get
that's what I'm
reward-
saying.
Oh yeah. No, I'm saying you get rewarded for doing the right thing is cool in the El Gigante fight. That's more what I meant by saving the doggo.
I'll go. My dog
But yeah.
goes to sleep.
It's dope.
My favorite boss from Resident Evil, which is not from Resident Evil, is Red Eye from Lost Planet 2. The one where you have to fight on the big mega ship.
So this is a Resident Evil question. I
Yeah.
thought you were gonna say your favorite boss was the giant bat guy that you just ran away from,
Oh.
but I definitely didn't know you could run away from.
Oh yeah,
In
yeah,
5?
that guy. That guy's real good too.
The bandit just takes off. I was like, "Where are you going?" He's like, "I'm leaving."
I'm like,
I was
I'm
You
leaving.
can't leave. You have to kill him. And he was like, "No, you can just leave." I was like,
I'm not
"What?"
gonna be here.
I was like, "No, you get a big gem for killing him."
Okay, but yeah, you can also just keep going. Yeah.
Sensible.
So I'm going to stop us since, unfortunately, we could talk about Resident Evil for quite a while.
Oh yeah, you guys will be here all night.
No, I'll end the stream. I have that power. But
To be fair.
but yeah, we should get moving.
To be fair, in Lost Planet 2, you can play as Chris or Wesker.
To be fair, and
You can play as Wesker or something in tons of games. Capcom loves to do that shit.
Yeah.
yeah, I was just also gonna say that doesn't make it a Resident Evil game. Okay.
But yeah.
So, last time, guys, in Into the Storm. At least that time it was deeper, because my voice is all effed up. Second.
By the way, she volunteered herself to do the recap while sick. None of us forced her to do this.
Yeah,
I think it's more of an F sharp than F up.
Anyway, so round 2 of the battle between the team. Well, we didn't really get what team name they were, but Vesta, Bradolet, and Yalo was basically underway to start. We had a chance to basically intimidate them to potentially back down, but Panda was the one that had that info and did not really share with us until near the end. And yeah, we got to go to do a battle. Woohoo! And so battle we go. Sam tried a different approach with bow and arrows. Missed every single time. Lamia almost got put down pretty, I don't want to say easily, but because she got blinded, shaken, well, it's not shaken, demoralized by, I believe it's Bradolet that was doing the moral stuff.
I don't remember.
Okay.
I don't remember who it was. I just remember it happened.
Yeah. But we basically managed to do a comeback, focused on the shield guy, brought him down, and just to sum it all up, Yalo basically got really frustrated, almost teary-eyed, because they fought so hard to do this, get into this battle, and go through the not preliminaries, to be part of the sponsorship. And Sam was like, hey, I want to see how she does one-on-one. And everyone's like, oh, okay, cool. And faster than you can quote Samuel L. Jackson in Pulp Fiction, Sam denied her. Sorry, second.
What ain't no other country I've ever heard of? No,
That's pretty fast.
not
I was going to say, and you will know my name is the Lord.
I was gonna say I'm tired of these motherfucking snakes on this motherfucking plane. Anyway,
That is not in Pulp Fiction, sir. Don't you
I
blaspheme that.
I just wanted to yell at Sam Jackson.
I'm tired of these motherfucking Royales with cheese and this motherfucking
That
Amsterdam.
makes zero sense, but I love it.
So the battle won, and we're basically decided to be the team that's being sponsored. Woohoo! Eli goes off with Clint because Clint has something to give him or show him, etc. He ends up giving him something, but I don't remember what the words he used were. Lamia starts a battle with Casimir, and Sam goes with, I don't remember who Sam goes with. Do you have the name written down on your notes, Sam?
Nope. I do
You
not.
said Miles.
Miles. Thank you.
Oh, yeah.
I have that written down too. Y'all
Thank you.
slacking.
Anyway, Eli basically gets a free gift after looking over several different items, but he only focused on 3, which was like a key set, a compass, and a quill and pen.
If you'd like, I can give you a quick rundown of all of the items since I wrote them all in my notes because I was going over everything.
I don't think we need to go over everything.
That's fine. Just letting you know. I meant like the ones I looked at, but 2.
I mean,
Go ahead.
was that not a succinct? I mean, go ahead if you the ones
Yeah,
you
go
looked
for
for.
it.
Go. Yeah, let's go for it.
Go for
Molly. You're fine. I was just giving you the opportunity that I
No,
have.
I'm
more
saying recap
ingredients
it
to
for the. Yeah, I'm saying to go ahead and recap it before you looked at.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the 4 I looked at specifically were the antique keys, like you said, which was a set of 3 keys in a really nice box. And I didn't investigate them super hard because while I was busy doing that, I also looked at the antique quills, which were 1.5 foot long feather quills that were hovering above an ornate inkwell. They had arcane characters embossed on them, instead of just written. I looked at with the keys, by the way, there's 3 of them. So one's brass, one's greenish silvery metal, and one is petrified wood. And they all have magical words, but I'm not going to go super deep into that. The symbols on the inkwell, let's see, they say hidden, mind, outside books, and there's an empty space, but it's the space is the emptiness. It's really weird, however you can explain that. But then the other one I looked at was the compass, right?
Yeah. And
it looked like normal, but it doesn't look like it's meant to keep directions. It looks like it's meant more to lead to certain things. And when you think of a specific object that shifts and turns certain directions, and then the brass loop, which had some symbols on it, and I would just check those really quick, and they say as in the light of, but I can't read it because it's around the back. And part of the thing is I wasn't allowed to pick anything up, because if I pick it up, I keep it. Anyways, and I picked up the quill and the inkwell. So there you go.
Which gave him a nifty ability.
Yep. Do you want me to tell you that too?
Yes,
because I have that written down as well. Okay. So how it did it too is the ink ran over my arms, and it traced lines on my hands and wrists, but it traced all around the scars. And so I get to use hidden knowledge once per day as a spell-like ability.
So awesome, great for him. Lamia started to fight with Casimira. Thank you. I wasn't looking at her name, but I was thinking it, the spelling in my head. And unfortunately, all she can get from Casimir is she's angry and kind of frustrated, but that's about it, as Lamia keeps finding snails for some reason, and it's so fascinating. And hey, what the hell are you doing? Are you even in this fight? Whatever. And she stormed off. And I believe that's where we were going to continue.
Yep. Anyone want to add anything? And also, we're dropping some frames for some reason. Not a lot, but I'm keeping an eye on it, is why I've been staring down here. So if it gets really bad, I might have to do the network trick, so it'll freeze for a second.
Okie dokie.
But it's not that bad right now, so.
But it doesn't sound like anyone has anything extra to add.
No, I think you did a good job.
So did you.
But, I will add one other thing, which is I had asked Clint because he said I could check out the stuff in the study that wasn't the magic items, like any of his books and stuff. And I'd asked if Rahala could go through it, but I nat 1 to my diplomacy check, and then I nat 1 to my second diplomacy check right after that, so she's not allowed in there. We rolled a lot of ones.
Yeah,
in the last
a
session.
shitload of fucking natural ones. This is gonna make me paranoid. So before we start, I'm gonna do the thing. So the stream is gonna pause for just a second.
Oh no! But also, it's okay. We'll be back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
In the video, I won't freeze. Everyone else will. And I'll probably do an editing thing around it if I don't forget. I'll probably forget.
That's funny, because Patrick paused on us, right?
Yeah, I would have frozen for you guys for a second.
But since the video is coming from his capture, it's not going to freeze for him.
Exactly.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It should be reconnecting.
Yeah, hopefully that'll be fixed, Ellie.
Yeah. Says it's still reconnecting, so.
Yep. Yeah, I'm just refreshing the stream.
Yeah, I don't know if it might be your internet or not, because I keep seeing dips in the audio clip.
Well, we're not having any problems with this call though, and
Right,
that's
no,
all
not-
through our internet.
Yeah, no, I mean
Yeah.
when I say dips, I mean like the
Ice cream dips.
your sound will go to yellow and red versus staying the white.
I don't know what you're talking about, Molly.
I don't either.
On the Zoom call.
The Zoom call is always yellow boxes when we talk.
Yeah.
It's usually white for me.
Oh,
It's
they're always yellow boxes
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
They're always
Yeah.
light yellow boxes.
Yep.
We should do
Sorry,
that.
not boxes.
Oh, Jesus.
I mean like so literally it like the audio like
It's
looking
going
thing right next to like whoever's on screen
I-
for the
I
Zoom
don't-
call.
I don't have one of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Look at this, but the drop frame percentage is going down, so
Well, that's good.
I think
That's
that resolved it. It is
Sweet.
steadily dropping. Anyway, cool. Yeah, so we'd be good there. Yeah, Shasta, sponsor us. We're about to be an affiliate, so
Oh my
we're
gosh, I
fucking
love it.
big time now.
Oh, big
That's on
time.
On
Anyways.
that, I don't know who were like really popular streamers or whatever. I know YouTube people.
Ray Neves Jr.
All right, well, yeah,
Oh my
okay.
gosh.
So, never mind. We are all too
He's-
boomer for that, apparently.
Oh,
Look,
are we
man,
talking about like?
I'll be
new
honest.
hotness or like?
Yeah, I don't. I mean, Critical Role for some reason is streaming right now. Speaking of people who are really popular,
Oh yeah, sure.
and they've got 11.5K.
Because they
So.
do
Yo,
so many
Moist
wonderful
Critical,
damn shows.
hit up Shasta Cola.
Us being talented and such. Anyway,
I just, yeah.
yeah, sponsor us, Shasta. Like, look, hey, you don't have any representation in this market. You start with your boys and the
Yeah.
lady. All right.
Look, the last advertisement I saw for you was in oh man, an Andy Griffith show that I'm blanking on the name of.
Oh yeah,
Sorry.
you talked about that. before.
I've
Yeah.
never seen a Shasta ad, so
What's the
that is
lawyer-
not where I was
What's the
expecting to
lawyer
say it came from.
Andy Griffith show? I'm blanking on it. I know the name of it. Wears the light blue suit.
How fucking old do you think we
Irrelevant.
are? We're all around the
Bruh.
same age.
I know.
Is it Matlock?
One
Might be Matlock.
I know
I know
that is a show. I didn't watch it.
exactly one
Matlock.
character in Andy Griffith
Don't
take
who is
Metamucil.
not Andy Griffith himself,
Yeah.
and that is
It's not-
Barney.
Wasn't really an ad, but it was an ad because it showed and said their name in the show. So
True.
that's an ad.
That's called product placement.
Yeah, same.
Which is a type of advertisement.
Yeah,
Sure. I'm just saying.
Thank
But,
you for choosing us, by the way, Ellie.
Yes,
product
thank you.
placement.
Just like
Uh,
you should choose the delicious flavor of Shasta Cola. See,
We're gonna
look
go
how
ahead and
good I am.
start now because
Or-
we're
Or
way the fuck
Shasta
off track.
Lemon Lime. Or Shasta other flavors. They have lots of good ones.
We will jump back in with Panda because we didn't get to do Sam's scene last time. We ran out of time. So, you are heading off into the kind of little wooded grounds area of the Markham estate with Clint Markham. Has a very casual, strut to his walk. He has brought what you can tell is a sword cane because he's not hiding the sword in it. He seems to be kind of playing, like messing with it. Not like he's brandishing it, like he's kind of fidgeting with it a little bit as he talks.
Yeah.
And he's not trying to hide it from you because he's not like worried you guys are gonna fight or anything like that.
I will mention something about that. Yeah. I forgot to get in the truck. Fishing.
Thought
Well,
it was
that's kinda cool.
tractor.
Well, it's any of those things right there. That's kind of a cool hidden deal on that. my grandpa used to have one of those, but it was a flask. He had a little vial in the middle of it, and he used to hide his whiskey in there from his wife.
Yeah, I heard of such contraptions built into these sort of things. This one's just for a blade, as you can see. But, no, it's something my father had made a long time ago. I think it's older than me, actually. It's an antique. But, you know how they do. You can get these magic enhancements and stuff. Stuff is cut just like it's the first time.
Oh, that's nice.
And it doubles as a walking stick.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not the most helpful thing in this kind of ground, seeing as it just kind of jabs the ground with it. It just sinks in because it's fucking raining all the time.
Marsh, like marshland, basically.
Yeah. But, you know, when you're wandering through areas with that setsy soil, as it were, works pretty well. Or anything on rock or cobblestone. Plus, it's nice and stylish.
Yeah, it makes you look distinguished. It's always important.
It is
Gentlemen's
important as a man of my
accessories.
stature. Well, Sam. Can I call you Sam?
Yes.
All right, good. I always prefer to shorten names. I find it, I don't know, it's just one of those habits. Especially people I like, and you seem like a likable sort. So that I can avoid talking about alcohol and the like. As you saw, I did get in a bit of trouble. Let's discuss more of the things on the horizon for you and your friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because you guys kind of entered the tree line. It says, so of course you're in here to be sponsored to go into the Spirits Path contest. Now that's an old, very old Ulish tradition. And I couldn't help but notice, but only one of your group is native Ulis. From the Setsi region, in fact. That's not too terribly uncommon for outsiders to want to sponsor locals. It is a little bit different. Occasionally you'll get outsiders participating, but what I've heard is rather difficult to make your way as an outsider during the contests. So, was it just the coin that brought you and your friends here? Or something greater?
Oh, well, mine's always, sorry, I'm losing my accent, but,
No, you
What?
roboted for a second.
Yeah, you were about it.
oh, did I?
Yep.
Yeah. Wow, the frame drop went back in. Now it's
I
going down
will,
again.
I will continue
Yeah.
talking until, Robo Sam returns. So,
Go, Sam.
yes. He excels in garden, horticulture. No, I lost what I was saying.
He asked if you guys were here for coin
yeah.
or
Mhm. Well, I mean, coin is always very important for to survive on, and I do plan on sending some home to my loved ones and to other
Oop.
branch families.
Hold up. Stream disconnected.
Oh, I mean, I kind of saw it as a good chance to get out there and kind of get our name known, and we just came off of a real hot, more dangerous bandit type job we had, so we decided to, decided to do a couple odd jobs. And we also had that big fellow that was with us. He was heading this direction, so we decided we'd do this.
Just on a whim, huh? Well,
It wasn't really my decision super to make, but I'm sure my vote counted. Excuse me, my vote counted, but
that's true. That is true. You are an employee. So I guess I should have been asking your boss, but that's all right. I guess more of a personal question. What brings the country boy from Delantra all the way out this way?
Oh, decided to see some of the world, and we got folks in our family a little bit everywhere, so just kind of made my way up north here. Run into one of those temples that y'all got scattered around on some farmland not too far from here, actually.
Oh, that's right. You did say you had a lot of family around. You said you ran into a temple. I think I might have been missing for that part of the conversation.
Yeah, and kind of showed me that maybe there's some dangerous things and something more I could be doing with my life.
Yeah. Got that sort of call to adventure going. I understand that. I'm guessing the Order of the White Thrush came in and took that whole thing over.
Swooped in, yep.
Yeah,
A lot of crops to be harvested that we didn't get to. That's their job. You gotta make sure everybody's safe.
You don't seem too happy about that.
Well, leaving a project unfinished.
Yeah. Yeah, you wouldn't have been raised to be alright with that, I understand. Get to a clearing in the woods shortly thereafter. The first thing you notice as you enter the clearing is the rain stops. You find this about 20-foot in diameter space of just lush grass, trees surrounding it, and almost directly to the point, a break in the clouds, beam of sunlight illuminating the area. You can even still see the wall of rain kind of around it, just this one little respite in the storm. Welcome to one of my favorite spots.
Well, this is a oddity for this area. Is this some sort of magic, or?
As you're asking, you'll notice the other thing in the area that stands out. Almost at the other end of the clearing from you. A very small, very unassuming gravestone.
Okay. I thought you were going to say, like, gnome or something. I don't know why.
Standing there.
With his hands up, keeping the rain at bay. I don't know.
Mid-sneak. No,
yes,
gravestone.
gravestone.
A couple of, like, little stump stools, based for sitting near each other. He goes and takes a seat on one of them and kind of motions to the other one for you to take a seat.
Sit down.
I mean, I guess you could call it magic. A lot of things fall into that category, you know. But
true.
I like to think of it more as a gift, you know.
Yeah, I get that. Is this you're doing, or is this something else?
Oh, this is well beyond me, friend. This is Nah, he motions to the gravestone and says, "The late beloved is buried here. And much as she liked the rain, I was always complaining about it being an outsider. So I take it more as a gift from her."
Did not know you had a beloved. Sorry to hear about that.
Yeah. I am too. Not sorry that I had her, and that she was here, but
No, she's no longer here.
yeah.
Yes.
But the cycle continues. So one day I may see her again. But I'm not here to be all depressing and get into all of that. Well, let me be completely honest with you there, Sam. I did have a curiosity.
Mhm.
That bird you had with you, that's no ordinary creature.
It is not.
Remember where you found him?
In a dream, being hunted by a tiger.
Yeah, that's something.
I've, to be honest with you, I've had some, I don't want to say divine, but encounters with forces I can explain, such as Mr. Gaia. Not directly, but I feel that she has graced me in a way. And this bird is something that was also connected to her.
Let's see.
To my own knowledge, anyway. That's how I inferred it.
Is it odd that I suspected something like that?
Sorry, for those who see, I kind of shrugged physically. Yeah.
I know a little bit about Gaia's workings. First, with my sister being a priestess of temporism and all, they do teach a lot of Mr. Gaia's works and her values.
That is traditionally what... Oh, sorry. Continue. That is also temporism is what I mainly followed back in Delancha as well, with me and my family.
Hard not to.
But since exploring the wilds of the world, come to thank Mr. Guy more and more. But as you were saying,
I was just saying that my father has told me quite a great deal of things he's experienced. When it comes to workings of the divine, I haven't seen them the way that he's seen them, or the way that my sister has. The way that they have moved within my life, but I do believe in them, and I believe your story, and I believe that bird you found was... I don't believe that place you looked into was a dream all the way, as it were. There's a connection that you may have with forces that I personally do not completely understand. The things that my late beloved Claire understood very well. She and my sister were quite close friends. And there's a long pause. He says, I don't want to bore you, Sam. My real question here. Do you hear the stones?
right here?
Or I guess I should say, have you heard them? At some point. A hum, a singing music from the stones.
I have heard things. Things that have helped and things that have led me. From Brock particularly, yes.
Nods. Alright. I was gonna walk you through this place a little bit, ask you about some of the vegetation, some of the different tracks of the animals. Real simple stuff. I'm sure you'll pass with flying colors. All of that would have been bullshit. going through the motions. I mean, you made it here. You've made it across several miles of Setsegia. Any man who can travel even a couple of miles in these storms and this wilderness is either very, very fortunate and very lucky, or quite skilled.
I've had to dive off a pine cone or two before, so sometimes luck is on my side, sometimes not.
And you're here regardless, so you know what? We can skip on it. There was something I could have given you as a boon, a token, a gift. But I have something more in mind. It just depends on if you can accomplish something else. Different test. He motions to the gravestone. Says, "Can you hear that one? You may approach it.
Oh, okay, thank you.
Don't take it over or nothing. But
Well, yes, now, of course. Is it... I mean, I'm sure it's not dirty in any way, but...
it is very well kept.
Yes,
it's
yes.
just a... I didn't describe the shape. It's just like a little rounded top.
Yeah.
You actually notice that there's no writing. It's unmarked.
Oh, that's it.
But you see... But it is... There are decorative elements to it. You see that the edges are kind of carved like almost like a framed portrait. There are little like reeds of ivy and such like going down. This is all engraved in the stone. It almost looks like a window has been sort of carved into the center there, with like a little sill at the bottom. But there's no words or anything like that. Just this like frame, ivy, and this sort of open window there.
I will go up to it, not to step on the area directly in front of it, because reasons. I will kneel down and I will reach out and place a hand gingerly on,
Listen.
lightly touching the surface.
And make me a perception check.
Perception. Don't have my character sheet pulled up because I restarted.
There it is.
Okay, so this may be to my detriment, but are we in a forest?
You are in a forest.
Okay.
You are indeed in a forest.
Reroll that then.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I would have told you before, but
Oh,
what? Oh my god. Anyway,
Whatever.
so 21 is playing.
it's destined.
So you place your hand on it and you listen very closely, and you do hear that familiar hum. There was something very different about this to the last time you heard it. The music of the Stones last time when you were in those caverns there was kind of an intensity to it, a sense of dread. God, I know it's freaking out, but either way, can you guys hear me? Okay, or is it cutting out?
Yeah,
you're
cut
roboting
out
a little bit, but not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad. Okay.
Yeah. I'll ask you to repeat if I miss anything.
Okay. There was a sense of kind of dread too, because it was a warning, and that the emotion of that was a part of it. And this is quite the opposite. This is something beautiful. You get this warmth kind of moving through your bones, through your body, this sense of comfort. There is a tinge of sadness, like a longing, and you begin to pick up kind of notes of the song, not truly in words. You don't understand the language well enough to get all of them, but you get the feeling from it. this is a love song. And the sadness in it, of course, I'm sure you can guess, is because it is a love cut short. You hear a few things you think you can kind of understand. Give me a wisdom check. $13. Okay. It's difficult. It goes through. You can tell it repeats certain pieces. You don't get it the first time. You don't get it the second time. But finally, you're able to glean the words, "Don't cry for me." And you realize that is repeated a few different times through the song. And after you hear it a couple of times, probably before you realize that you've heard all you're going to hear, you realize that Miles is humming a tune, seemingly somewhat absent-mindedly, that matches very closely to what you're hearing. But he's not standing by you. He's still kind of over there by the stumps. And he seems to be not watching you. He's purposely trying to not interfere at all. He's looking off into the trees.
I will, because I myself was getting a little emotional. I'll say that to Sam is as well. He'll talk to the grave and just say, but it's just too sad.
Miles looks over at you. What was that?
Trying not to cry when you're sad.
Yeah, so it's a tall order sometimes.
Stand up, kind of dust off my knees. Well, I couldn't get all of it, but I did get enough to understand.
Did you now? What should tell you?
It was a song.
Yeah. Sounds like her. He walked over. Actually, just puts a hand on your shoulder and says, "What'd you get from it?" He's not looking at you. He's you can tell he's wanting to hear something specific.
Don't cry for me.
God damn it. Maybe that would be it. Well, guess we ought to do as the lady says. But if you heard that, then I can teach you the trick that she taught me. He reaches into a pouch on his side, says, "You got a favorite animal?"
Okay. Does he mean a favorite animal or a favored?
Yours.
He's just asking if you have a generally favorite animal.
I mean, I do have a favorite animal. Are you talking about in general? Is there a type of animal I enjoy the most?
Yeah, maybe
you're not supposed to,
or birds, or
you're not really supposed to let them know we like one more than the other. But you see, you love them all equally. But yeah, Ginger is my favorite. But I don't know. I always with the hawk, I've always kind of admired birds being able to, be free and fly above tree lines and see everything. I've always kind of admired that.
All right, hawk it is. Takes out a small piece of dried meat. Says, so, I'm gonna teach you this trick now. Now this is some kind of magic. Not really my forte, but I can do this one. First thing you gotta do, find a way to center yourself. I tend to do this motion right here. I don't know what it is. I do this enough times. I kind of get this calmness. Now I could do this very quickly, but since I'm trying to explain it to you, you'll find something that kind of gets you in that space, and you have to kind of listen for it. And he begins to kind of explain this process. You get that it's very ritualistic, of like finding kind of this peaceful meditative state, and you're like listening for certain words. You recognize kind of this. You very much recognize what he's doing. He's essentially talking about casting a spell. Similar to sort of how it comes to you. Verbal components, you didn't go and study what they would be and like all the different ways to do that. They come to you as you cast them because they're a gift from a deity. What you've picked up on is how to listen for and how to open yourself to that. It kind of describes that process. And he gets to the end, holding a little piece of dried meat. He kind of does like a call, and when he opens his hands, the little piece of meat is gone. You see this kind of small flutter of sparks come out of his hands. He waits. You hear wing beats, and a few seconds later, Hawk comes flying out of the woods and just like lands on one of the stumps nearby. Whew. Now, I don't have any control over this here creature. It's just a way to call them. Now, what you can do is if you have something, it's used, like the energy of it is used to call to them through magical means. You got something that would interest them. That'll get used up. Whatever animal you're thinking of, whichever one's nearest by, will come to you. Now they got to travel on their own. Like this one had to fly to us. But if you ever need to see a certain beast, this is a way to do it. Now that'll last a few hours, and he'll just hang out here with us. We'd like him to. And at the end of it, assuming he has no ill will towards us or any reason to really attack us, he's likely to go about his way. So, but I'd advise against calling on something like a lion or bear or anything like that you're not really willing to tussle with if it decides it's not really your friend.
Of course.
Yeah, our internet is finding snails today.
Was it doing stuff again?
Oh, for sure. I know mine.
Yeah, I'm just chatting in the chit chat because we are buffering pretty hard, or we're frame dropping at least.
Oh, for sure. There we go. It's back again. Okay. Yeah, it's something with my computer.
Oh, the whole stream just pooped. Pooped the bed. It sure did.
It's back.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to try to fix it. Right, so he shows you that, and after a few different practices, because you notice there are some weird little differences to what he's doing to what you do. And what this is going to give you is the ability to use the spell Call Animal once per day.
Is this
to it?
Okay.
As a spell-like ability.
Spell-like. Okay, that's what I was wondering.
Using your character level as your caster level.
I got it in the.
Yeah, it should show up in the compendium. If you drag it onto your character sheet, it should give you the pop-up. You can put it as a spell-like and then boop it.
Well, I did spell, but I'll move it manually. Once per day.
Mm-hmm. Once per day.
Oh my gosh. Sorry. I was looking at the stream. Wait a minute. Feel bad.
Ew. Or is that not actually a goal? Oh, it's not actually. The NLCR is equal or less than my caster roll.
But yeah, it's going to use your character level as your caster level, not just your ranger caster level. So right now, for the purposes of that, your caster level is foe.
Interesting. Okay.
So even if you decide to multi-class off of Ranger, you still get to
That'd be
keep the character level as your caster level.
Yeah. So I can take that dip into other ranger thing.
Other ranger.
By other Ranger, do you mean Druid, Rogue, Fighter, Slayer? I'm confused.
No, other ranger. No, anyway.
just a different Ranger. Oh, okay.
So, where was I here?
Yeah, Fighter with the bow. That's right.
No,
That's right.
But yeah, you get the ability to do that once per day. Go free, other than you do need some kind of thing that the animal would eat.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't need to be a shitload, right? Like, if you do get to the point where you're like, I want to call a bear, you don't have to have, like, a full dead deer or something, or, like, a whole salmon. You just need like, a piece of something that they would eat.
Yeah.
As the component.
Maybe perhaps a part of a picnic basket.
Okay,
Right,
Yogi.
This entire beehive. No,
Yeah. Bees and all.
Bees and all.
I had to get pollen to summon the bees. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, he teaches you that. And then that's pretty much all he's doing there. Is there any kind of other RP or anything you wanted to do while you're out there?
I am... Since we're here... trying to think of what I could do. Oh, I guess I'll ask him. Do you mind if I'm getting kind of out of character here, but it's easier to say not in character to really get my tone across. Do you mind if I do some looking out in these woods to find maybe some flowers and things to put on this grave, if you don't mind, kind of as a thank you?
I wouldn't mind. Claire, if I ever got her flowers, she would ask me why in the world I dug up perfectly good flowers. So, now, if you would like to go and plant some, just sort of transpose them.
Yeah, I think I could
she'd
do that.
Appreciate that. Yeah.
Time to go some tulips and dig some bulbs up. No, or daffodils. Any kind of bulbed
Bulb flowers.
Garlic. I'm gonna
Plant a little garlic. Grave.
Oh my god. Grave garlic. You know, dude, that sounds suspiciously like a thing that could actually be real.
Yeah. It's probably
I'm gonna do some.
Yeah, grave garlic.
So you're gonna go find some stuff.
Yeah, see, do a look around and see what I can find, maybe easily or not at all.
Okay.
Sorry.
You're trying to look for mostly things that are pretty, or anything like what are you trying to find specifically?
Anything that wouldn't be considered. Well, on the list of tier things, I'm gonna go with like maybe pretty or fragrant first. So like flowers and things like that. barring that, anything that doesn't just look like grass, or
Okay.
so like wild onion kind of looks like grass, but also is kind of different,
Yeah. Okay.
Even if it's like a. Excuse me.
We're gonna go perception, followed by knowledge nature.
Perception. We're in a forest still.
You are still in a forest.
So 13. Back-to-back 13s.
Yep. And then
And knowledge nature.
yeah.
Forgot that. Does that also affect right? Favorite forest. I always forget. It's been too long since.
Boop, favorite terrain real quick.
Favorite terrain. Ooh, why is this? What is doing a thing? Stuff.
Initiative, knowledge, geography, perception, stealth, and survival.
Survival.
I'll still give it to you for this.
No, +2.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice. So, you find
Ooh, what are those little?
Sorry, do you have a question?
Yeah, sorry. I thought of a particular flower, but
Oh, okay. I'll wait.
a yellow purple winged pansy. I think is what they are. But yeah,
Good flower choice.
yeah. I like those. My mom has those every now and then.
I think I know what that looks like, but
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a good choice.
throw a picture.
If I find something similar to that,
I thought you were gonna go with like a paintbrush, since we have
Ooh.
that all over the place. in Oklahoma.
those are also a really good choice. I don't know what color is the earth here. Like, is it dirt red here?
Nah, this is not a red dirt place.
Okay,
This is
it's an interesting question though.
much more, just like very dark dirt. It's what the Indian paintbrush, yeah.
Yeah, their Indian paintbrush are parasitic flowers, actually.
Or another good choice would be lavender. But,
Yeah.
because that's also does a doubly effective. It's purple and whatchamacallit? Fragrant.
Fragrant, yeah.
Thyme is also purple apparently.
Thyme.
Oh yeah, dude, purple thyme is great. I wish we had like seed for that so I could just put it in our yard so I don't have to mow.
You know what? You have to think for. You know your flowers. You can find. Fuck it, it's magic. You can find all three of those things.
Sweet.
Find a few.
It's magic.
I was like, I don't need to get into the specifics of whether that all can grow here or not.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who knows? It's more like a rainforest, so even if not, there's an equivalent. Like
Exactly. All kinds of crap here.
Yeah.
A rainforest with travelers, right? Like stuff
Yeah.
gets places. So anyway, yeah, you find a decent amount of all of those things. You're able to, yeah, that check. Yeah, you're pretty easily able to get get them retrieved so that you can actually like replant them over there pretty easily. While you're out looking, Miles would go and like get like a spade to help kind of like dig up little spots to plant them in.
We're so blurry.
We're blurry.
now,
'Cause we're from the future.
Future.
Future. That's why all behind me, that's not happening yet.
That's why you can't see it.
That's why you can't see it. It's not
That's for
not here.
tomorrow. No,
That's
It's really hard to navigate my room when it's all in the future. No, but no, as I'm planning some of this, I'll kind of mention this. Yeah, and maybe a year or two, you might want to get back at some of these and like spread them out a little bit, because these bulbs will continue to build upon each other, and if you spread them out, that lets the flowers kind of breathe underground, get properly situated, and they'll continue to spread that way. And
they will.
maybe in 100 years this whole area will be covered.
It'll probably be shorter than that. Just got a hunch. Well, thank you, Samuel. That was a chore on my to-do list. I just haven't quite had the courage to start it yet. So at least one of us did.
Is that I don't mean to pry. Is that why you have a tendency to frequent taverns and such? I don't mean to pry, but if you don't want to talk about it, we don't have to.
He shrugs. This is not. It's not like it's too secret at this point, given the scene you saw. But yeah, that I'm sure that contributed. But sometimes stuff in your life will remind you of everything that hurts and how much you want it to stop. And other stuff will remind you of why it's important to be better. Whether or not it's fair to have to be better, or even if you want to, it's important to do it anyway. And my life is a mix of each of those moments. Could be waxing poetic.
What do you know about wood?
Don't
do the same.
I know a fair bit about wood. I apprenticed as a carpenter once, and these guys will start heading back.
You might pick that up against whenever you're feeling a certain way. Find working at a craft or doing something like that can ease your mind. Kind of use it.
A habit for a habit, but more productive one. That's a good advice. It's advice I've gotten before, but I guess I'm a bit more open to it now.
Again, I can't solve it for you. I can just offer help.
Chuckles. Yeah, I'm aware. You're a good young man, Sam.
Oh, thank you, sir. Got a lot to think about tonight.
Do you thinking? You'll have some company in the morning.
I'll head back with him, I guess.
Cool. So you guys make it all the way back.
And now it's somebody else's turn.
Well, yeah. Last we saw, Casimir had stormed off, and you were left holding a few snails. Are you going to keep it there, or do you eventually go try to talk to her, or are you just going to try to give her some space?
No, Lamia's gonna go ahead and start rushing after her, because she didn't get her ass beat. That was the whole point.
Okay. Gotta change my energies here real quick. Okay. So you go rushing after her. She's just storming off, like stomping. There's like mud kicking up behind her.
Into the storming off.
into this
Right in the right. You just go chase her down?
Yeah.
Okay.
Basically saying, wait, I'm sorry, I really do mean to be in the boat for a spar. I guess I'm just excited, and it carry me, I guess, through the energy and battle of the energy. No, energy of the battle. There we go.
Once she doesn't like look at you, nothing as you're running up and like try to explain yourself. And as soon as you get close enough, she whirls around, puts her finger on your chest, and she's like, "You knew how bad I wanted to go on this quest. You know I wanted to do this competition, so I want to do my part. And I come up and you're distracted by snails. I can't even contribute that much."
Our stream just dropped completely.
Yeah, it's been doing that.
No, I mean it's offline.
Okay.
I'm just letting you know. What's up?
Yeah. I can't do anything about it.
I'm just telling you, just so you know. It's back up now, but it was just dead for a second. Okay, so keep going.
Like, as far as I can tell, it's just been doing that, like going completely off and then coming back.
Sure.
To JB, it was no offline.
It's fine. Okay, well, for me it did. That's weird.
Anyway, contribute something? I'm sorry. I wasn't aware that was what it was. I, like your father said, I thought you were pulling off some steam. Because, yeah, you're right. You really wanted to do this. Actually, that's something
Let's
that's
say
been
I
bugging
was, but you couldn't even focus on that. The snails. That's what's got you preoccupied. It looks like she goes to slap the snails and stops. Just takes one from you and like puts it on the ground.
Well, I mean,
Those matter?
solemnity. No, what? Sorry.
She goes, "Those matter?"
No,
that
I
much?"
genuinely...
That's what she says.
Okay. No, I guess not in the big scheme of things. Not scheme.
Grand scheme is a
in the
is a
grand.
term.
I guess not in the grand scheme of things. It's. I guess I took it as like a blessing, a weird blessing.
What the fuck kind of blessing? You worship the god of snails? I don't even know who that is.
Sorry.
Right. No, I don't worship a god of snails. I'm rebirth like a lot of Ulis are, but I don't know. It just seemed right. I guess it doesn't matter. You're more than understandably angry at me. You have every damn right to be. But I have to ask a question, and it has been bothering me for a while. Why didn't you just try and get a sponsorship from someone else?
She doesn't look very happy still. I'm gonna have you go ahead and roll diplomacy.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, that's what this is.
Yeah, it is. I can't fuck that up. Nope, definitely can't.
That was almost a 19, by the way. It was
so close.
Freaking close.
Do a
It was
good
like
roll.
this. It was like this.
It was like, nah, let's be a 3. So, yeah, see, you say that, and she just goes, it doesn't matter. What I want doesn't matter.
I mean, it does to you. You're yourself living your life and etc.
Yeah, I'm aware of those things.
Then why would you say it doesn't matter?
Because it doesn't mean anything. Like, it's not... Why am I talking to you?
Because you're giving me a chance, maybe?
I'd rather you be less reasonable and just fight me. That would be great.
Oh.
Oh, okay. You want to go back to try and spar? Okay, okay. I can definitely do
Roll
that.
me a sense motive real quick.
Oh, good. Once again.
Oh, but
Where the hell?
Eventually, you'll roll high. Statistically speaking,
Nah.
it's got to happen at some point.
Statistically,
Oh, there it is.
but
Nah.
artistically, no.
artistically, what?
I don't think that's a word.
Eventually, I'll roll high. No, sarcasm.
That's a good.
Statistic. Artistic.
You get
Or
the
artistically.
wrong sense that fighting her is not necessarily the best move right now. Not in like a, oh, she's gonna really hurt me bad right now, but like it's a way of avoiding a conversation. It wouldn't necessarily make things okay, right?
Excuse me.
Right. Okay. So she'll be like, oh, okay, we'll totally wait. I don't think that's actually what you really want.
Now you're gonna tell me what I. Okay, well, fine. What do I want?
I do another sense motive?
You're like, I don't know.
I
This is
don't
not
know.
a sense motive. You can say I don't
Oh
know,
my
right?
God.
Like,
Oh, okay.
you just have to
Well,
reply
I'll
in
be
this case.
honest. I think I don't really know, but I think you're just trying to appeal to, for lack of a better word, the fighter in me, and avoid this talking.
I don't need to appeal to you. Like, whatever. I am somehow too frustrated to be angry anymore. Scissor fall caught out of the ground. We're not sparring. I was gonna show you something cool, but can't pay attention. That's on you.
Yeah, that's more than reasonable.
Did you at least talk to your boss?
I did. Like I said, I tried to get. I mean, I tried to ask him, hey, maybe we could do the thing. I mean, look. Sorry, this is me.
She starts to walk back toward the little arena that you guys were in. Or back
Lamia will follow.
down there.
Lamia will follow after. Yeah, I tried to talk to him about doing the, for lack of a better word right now, side quest of exploring the disappearances and such like that. But for some reason, he thinks we can do both.
Whatever. I didn't get to talk to him either, so guess I can't be that mad at you. It doesn't matter. Someone else is probably gonna do that. So that ship has sailed.
Oh, well, I'll be sure to tell my boss about that. So, okay, this is definitely going to come off very rude, and I apologize ahead of time.
She glares at you already.
Casimiro, why, if you can't do it from the sponsorship, like from other people, why didn't you try and go for the Modrat team? Since I don't like to say this, but like you have it in.
Okay. I will allow you another diplomacy.
Fuck me!
What? She's not happy with you just because she calmed down.
No, I don't blame her. I'm just saying fuck me because I have to roll it.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a
Thank
natty
you.
20.
Thank you,
Total
dice.
21. So, okay. You ask that, and she says, it's not just about doing the spirit's path. Okay? You can see she blushes a little bit. She goes, I wanted to do it for my dad.
Oh,
that.
Okay.
I wanted him to help me do the thing, and we could just kind of be in it together. You don't get it. Like, my dad is famous.
Pretty amazing.
Like, he's done so much. He's literally a famous adventurer. Like, he's gone all over the place, done everything, and then you got to come here and have this family, and I would feel like such a failure if I didn't make good on that opportunity. But I don't know, it just feels like he doesn't want me to. He tells me he wants me to do whatever my heart desires, but just as long as I'm safe and all that other stuff that dads say. But I don't know, it doesn't seem like, you know?
Yeah, I definitely relate to this. My dad hates the fact that I'm out here doing jobs and such like that. If he could, he'd keep me at home. Probably until I'm 30.
Just till you're 30?
That's a generous thing. Like, that maybe will be how long it takes to learn his fighting style, and then he would teach me more about the dancing part. So I don't know. I'm a pretty fast learner, so maybe till 30. But I mean, that's
your dad's Vietic?
Huh. Yeah.
You said dancing. It's either that or he's Assad, but I doubt that.
No, he's Vietic.
Huh.
But
Interesting.
no. So you want to prove yourself to your dad, huh? I definitely understand that.
I mean, kinda not. It's not even that. I just want to. I want to do a lot of the stuff he did, but on my own. You know? Like, this place is fine, other than it fucking rains all the time, but I do want to go other places. I've only been to Delancho once, and we weren't even there that long, and I had food poisoning the whole time. And I've never gone to Aroa, or either of the Vietic countries. Granted, they're like kind of at war, but not really, so I don't know. That didn't stop him, though. Ugh. Like, I'm sorry I snapped at you. Just all of that. I don't know.
No, I totally get it. You're right. Darn, this is really hard because I 100% relate, and like I said, my dad would want me to be at home till like I'm at 30. Literally, the only reason I was able to go is because my mom was there. And your mom isn't.
Shakes her head. Yeah, she's not. But I still shouldn't be a jerk to you and your friends because of being ambitious. That's the least like my father I could be.
Well,
when he was young and ambitious, he never treated people that way.
So here's a saying my mom would always tell me when I grew up, and I really wanted to emulate my dad in a lot of ways, but I'm very clumsy in trying to dance and such like that. The best way I could get better or emulate my father is by being different than him. Having different things, having different actions, and going through different things.
Because that's what he did? Was be different?
Yeah. But, if you want, I could talk to my boss of letting you replace me. Our team, I mean, you watched us. Our teamwork isn't the best. And I've got a lot of things going on right now. So it is a possibility. Do you want me to do that?
That's really generous of you to offer. I don't know if you've met me, but I'm also not a great team player. It's still something I'm working on. And no, here's the thing: is my dad's right. It makes sense that you all have this opportunity from him, and I don't. I have others. I got to be raised here and learn from him, and I got all this stuff that none of you probably did. So it'd be a pretty shitty thing to do to take that away from you all of a sudden. Especially just like replace you. And I'm not as nice, so I don't think I'd fit in as well.
I don't know. The boss is pretty cordial, but
I know I'm not there, but
but if that's how you feel, then I won't change your mind.
Yeah, you won't. Okay. So I was definitely being a dick. So I guess I could show you some stuff. I studied
This time, if I see a snail, I won't stop.
Yeah, that'd be good. Because I will get angry again. Just fair warning.
Yes.
But no, I've studied some of the polearm work of the Vedic people. I don't even know what they're called. Osav, I don't know, something. I wasn't great at the dancing either, and anyway, I made up some stuff, and I've learned how to kind of do some interesting things with the polearms. I don't use it as my primary, but I've learned some tricks. You guys go back to the arena, which is correct. I'll show you. They're easy to do. Don't need the armored crap because we're not going to be sparring. But he'll actually take the pole arms and we'll practice with you for a while. And you will get the weapon trick feat for pole arms.
Nice.
Link that to you. I don't think that one's in the compendium. It may be, but I don't think so. So we'll have to go
I wouldn't be surprised if it isn't.
at some point. There it goes. But basically, weapon tricks. It's a you take the weapon trick feat and basically pick a weapon type, and then when you get certain other combat feats or general feats, it unlocks little things you can do with that certain weapon. Like for polearm tricks, if you have 1 rank in acrobatics and at least 1 rank in climb, athletics, you can do the choke up ability, where you take like a -2 on your attack rolls to the beginning of the next turn, so you can wield like a 2-handed polearm in 1 hand. You get other stuff too, like half bash, pole vault, some other things like that. Once you meet the prerequisites, you get all the little tricks for it.
I'm working on putting it in, but Lamia will be like studiously like, oh, I see how you're doing that, that kind of thing.
Well, like when you guys are basically done practicing, it's for hours. It's not just like you just do that for 20 minutes and you got it down. You like drill different things for a while. She's like telling you different like conceptual things about like wielding it, like stance changes and some other stuff that you just haven't practiced. It's something we'll assume that it's part of your daily exercises and stuff for the next few days, but that's how you sort of pick this feat up. And at the end of it, she'll say, and as far as having an in with getting some kind of sponsorship, because I realized I didn't answer that part earlier. I don't really want to depend on my fiance that much.
You know what? That's fair.
I don't know if you know about their house, but they're also really rich. And with rich people, you want to be as
They
independent as
expect
possible.
favors.
Yeah. I mean, he's a nice enough guy and all, but still. Which answers that. So, anything else you ask, or you guys kind of wrap that up and you move on with your night?
I believe we wrap it up. Though I will ask once again, like at the end, are you sure about, asking to trade off or not?
Oh, yeah, she's not going to do that.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't assume she was, but that would be the kind of thing of, yeah.
Cool. So we will move back to Mr. Eli, who is still in the upper study, I believe. You said you're going to
As far as I
look.
know.
I think the last thing you were doing is you said you were going to look around a little bit at some of the books and other things there.
I'll be
Yeah.
right back.
Okay. Okay. Was there anything in particular you wanted to try to research?
I did want to see if I could just find anything on this Nullexifix character that might help us out, since that is the thing that we are currently dealing with.
Yeah, Rahala's researching that too.
Yeah. But since she's not allowed in here, I might as well see if there's anything in here.
True. Okay, so this will be a research check on the Luxifix. Do you have knowledge local? You don't have any other knowledges or Arcana?
I have another knowledge, but I don't think it's relevant. I have knowledge dungeoneering and knowledge arcana and knowledge planes and knowledge religion.
Oh, okay. Ooh. This is going to be knowledge religion. You're going to be able to roll that with a +4.
All right, give me 1 second because I am fixing the Discord link in the chat because every time our stream restarts, it unpins. So I'm just repinning it real fast.
Of course.
Whoop. Okay, sorry. I will now roll
Stupid stream.
knowledge religion. You said with what?
+4.
+4. Okay. There we go.
15. Okay. So you don't really find anything you didn't already know. Like you basically found some similar stuff to what Rahala had found. Nothing else out of the ordinary. The only little bit of extra that might be different, because I'm not sure if this actually came up, is you find out that in, let me go up there. I need the map.
The map.
Waiting for it to load. There we go. Yeah, move out of the way. Okay, come all the way over here so you can see it. Supposedly, somewhere between what is now Saikan and this place, Balai Retzer.
Balai Retzer. Okay, I was gonna give that a go too, but yeah, all right.
So, somewhere between those two places, there was a huge clash of followers of Zekuzat and the early, a lot of kind of the earlier settlers of Setsegia. Several villages had to kind of band together to put down this uprising. And because essentially they were trying to branch out and take over some of these villages and start making a presence in Setsegia, where they could have maybe established the doctrine of Deluxifix as an actual like founded religion in the early days, but they were stamped out.
Neat.
Okay, and then also you have time for one other research check.
What did we talk about? I want to say. Okay, I want to do research on the place in Vungia, the region of shadows that he told me about when we were in the room earlier.
Okay. This one I will allow knowledge planes.
All right.
+4, sorry. +4.
Knowledge planes +4. Oops, not 47. 4. There we go. That would have been a hell of a roll.
Right? 24. Nice. So, I don't think this map... Yeah, you won't be able to see Vungia on this. Not quite. You see, like, the very corner of it, I think. Yeah.
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 The tippy top of Vungia, yeah.
Any bit of blue over here is Vungia. Let's go back. Oh, that's Gurga. We're not in Gurga. We're way over here. Okay, Brain, wow. You learn through a couple of different books about you find things that sound similar to these dark regions in Vungia. You find out that a lot of the landscape in Vungia is actually jungle. There are these kind of climate extremes. It's not ever storming like here in Setsegia. It's not that the the entire climate shifts like in the Caliphate with the Rahatha's Breath, but different areas in Vungia seem to be just kind of drastically different climates very quickly, like not in a natural way. And so there's a lot of places that are actually jungle, like right next to deserts and things like that. And it's mostly in these jungle regions that people will have found what have been called they are called Starkened Wastes. And the bits of information you can find about these places is that time does not pass normally in. People will sometimes, if they enter them, will come out months later, or never at all, or like just never again. But it'll be like nothing, like no time has passed for them. Like they just walked, like took a step and then took another. And other times, people will go in and come out noticeably aged. Cool. Like they were lost in the jungle for years. But there supposedly is some kind of protection to this, called an Amulet of Sands, like Sands, like the Sands of Time. You don't find the details about that amulet. You just find that something about you are protected from this effect with an Amulet of Sands, and you find out that like people that have ventured in, specifically the Fodero Maniba, that have ventured through here trying to discover things about these Starkened Wastes, have found that they are very difficult to survive in, is why they're called wastes, even though they're still jungles. They only know this because pretty much by feel or by very powerful magics that allow them to see even through supernatural darkness.
Okay.
And that the terrain inside of them isn't always the same. That it is somewhat malleable. They suspect that it is strongly infused with shadow stuff, so it is quasi-real, and that it will change depending on what's in it. Different people with like different, like, their willpower, their expectations and beliefs and all that kind of stuff can kind of shift the land slightly, and trees will move, that kind of stuff. But also, it's part of what makes it very difficult to survive is you can't eat while you're inside there. They basically found that eating food, regardless of the source inside of the wastes, yields no nourishment, but that repeated attempts to try eating will slowly drain the color from people that eat the food there. To the point where they start to turn kind of gray or like monochrome. And that they have encountered beasts and people that are completely drained of color, either, like usually clad in shadow stuff rather than like normal cloth or anything like that, who have varied from either hostile or dismissive. And there are 3 so far, at least at the right time of the writing of this book. There were 3 known Starkened Wastes. One called Alios, Alios. One Braten, Braten. And one... scroll down. Oh, that's wrong fucking page. No wonder. I was like, where the fuck is the third one? Also put it here.
That's better.
Alios, Braten, Gamen. I'll give you one piece of information about each of them. Alios is the one most comprised of shadow stuff, to the point that with enough practice, when you're inside it, you can kind of consciously begin to change things in the terrain. But doing so can attract some of the natives who don't appear to like that at all. And Alios is located on the northwestern end of Vungia. Braten is mostly hostile creatures. They haven't encountered any like humanoids or anything that like has tried to converse with them or show them any kind of intelligence. It's mostly just been gray beasts, as they call them. So it is considered the most dangerous of the 3. And Gamen is the overgrown waste. It's pretty much just completely overgrown with vegetation. You can't see through the canopy, you can't see through the sky. There's vines, there's all sorts of stuff. It's very difficult to traverse. And crossing through Gamen tends to put you in places that don't make sense to have exited from the waste at. You always come out in the jungle in Vungia, but not necessarily at a sensible location. And that's, of course, if you make it out. Oh, sorry. I said Broughton is on the far east end of Vungia, and Gaman is near the center. And you're not trained in history, right?
No, I'm not.
Okay. Intelligence +4.
Okay.
Oh, nice. Okay. So, you find a little bit more, even like you're kind of putting these books back and stuff, and you just see a couple of titles. I think I recognize these words. Just pull a few more things off the shelf. You find that there was an expedition into these lands about 40 years ago. That a group went into Gaman and they apparently believed they took amulets of sands, and they believed they had exited it in an unknown location in Vungia, but they didn't end up appearing until a little over 20 years ago. And supposedly ended up forming a small settlement in this place in Vungia that they believed themselves to be in. Started new lives because they were just hopelessly lost and unable to find their way out. And one day venturing out, not even the entire group, part of the group, three people from the group, ended up reappearing. And over the next few days, the rest of the Federo group that had left all reappeared. And attempts to find their way back in were unsuccessful. It seems like they tried really hard to find a way back in, but it's not documented why.
Ooh. Interessante.
That's what you find out. Okay. So I think you've all had your separate scenes. Figure out how you're going to spend that day, or most of that day there. Anything once you, at some point, I guess during that day, regroup, or at evening at this point, regroup?
Okay. Sam, are you still sleeping with me tonight? And do I need to take my meds?
I'll watch you. Yeah, I don't think you should have to take your meds, though. You need to save those for emergencies.
Okay.
Are
Are you sure I can't sleep outside?
Yeah, look, we're gonna nip this thing in the bud. Right? That's... Yeah. He's like, bud? Yeah, bud. That way we get you sorted and taken care of. Don't want you sleeping
Yeah.
outside the rest of your life, and
Yeah, sure.
among other things.
Rahala, did
Among
you
other
happen to
things.
find anything else?
About Nuluxifix.
Mm-hmm.
Well, okay. I need a roll from someone who would like to roll for Rahala today.
All right,
I'm
Dave.
ready. Call on me. Put me in, coach.
He's
me
ready
in,
to
coach.
play today.
I'll do it. I'll roll the dice. Okay.
I
Oh,
do the
research
clicky
checks.
clackers.
There's gonna be something. Here we go.
Sorry, I ran out of coffee.
Oh no, not the coffee. Okay, her research check is going to be plus 12 for this one.
There we go.
Nice. Nice. Anyway,
Big numbers,
Nice.
big numbers.
she goes, I did. In addition to the other things I discovered about them, it's a bit disturbing. And are you in a sort of a good place to get this information? It's not good news, I'm afraid.
I
can
mean,
handle it.
regardless.
That was, I just want to say, that was like a perfectly delivered, like, Leslie Nielsen-esque line right there, Panda, where you're just, like, not involved. You're like, I can handle it. It's fine.
I mean,
Look,
regardless.
don't make his head be bigger, Dave, alright? It's suffered enough, okay?
I'll barely be
helmet
able to
will
fit through
ever
doorways
him.
at this point.
Yeah.
But yes, sorry.
Regardless, it's news I'll need to know, right?
Left.
I suppose.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I think you're trying to keep it funny, right, Sam?
Oh my god, no. Oh. I mean, I enjoyed that.
Yeah. It's just flipping out of me.
I did find a decent number of records of the fall of most Nassans. And supposedly, something that happened near the end of the Starken Night. There was a very powerful mage, one who was nearly a Nassant in their own right, though they hid themselves, even managing to sort of remove their name from history. They're a known entity, but I couldn't find an identity for them. But they're referred to in a few different texts anyway. They were going around and trying to capture a spark of these near-divine creatures, the Nassans. Specifically the fallen one, the ones who had died. Creating vessels for them. I assume it must have been some sort of research. We Arcanists tend to be a bit dangerously curious. And anyway, there are some stories I found of these vessels, statues, grand ones, beginning to speak and project the likeness of their assigned Nassant. Most of these were destroyed quickly. Thankfully, this mage didn't necessarily stay in one place too long. I think likely these were ongoing projects over a long period of time, and they required a great deal of travel. These were all found in very different areas. A couple of them in the Caliphates, some in Solguk, a few in Dalansha, none here. Which could mean one of two things. They weren't made, or they weren't found. If you had encountered something that this person made, many of the accounts are quite terrifying. some, the ones who say that they were there for the kind of initial awakening of these creatures, said that the statues were very difficult to destroy just by sheer manner of their make. They were very hard, very impervious to most weapons, and most attempts to break them apart. But once done, the magic released, and that was the end of it. The spirit moved on. But there was an event in Songguk where one had been around for some time, long enough that few people in neighboring villages, hamlets, had discovered it, had spoken to them, and it began to act very much as a god to these people, granting them spells, power, granting favors, wishes, growing stronger the more faith they had in it, the more sacrifices they made to it, the more they gave it, the more they helped it, the more dependent they became upon it. And she pauses. None of those villages survived. It took an army. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is I didn't really find a lot more about No Luxifix. I'm more concerned with what I haven't found about No Luxifix. What you've described sounds remarkably close to some of the research I found about these statues.
Yeah, it certainly does. Well, bright side is I don't think anybody's going to be giving anything sacrifice-wise to him.
You said people live there. Near that. The Storm Wardens.
Uh-huh.
I mean, but it was like a whole thing to get there. Like a real trip.
Nah, this door
Adolescent
is
just
real
rock.
hard to open, okay? Look, I don't think you understand. I'm pretty strong, and it was hard for me. They're not going in there. Anyway.
Oh, wait, that is a good point. It's possible enough time has been spent from their original people that were there to give the stories of, hey, don't talk to this damn statue.
I would hope so. I would really hope so. Alright. Look, I know it's well beyond our purview to be going and duking it out with god statues, but I'm sure you understand the concern, especially now with your connection to it.
Yeah, yeah.
Look, folks, if Giselle dies on stream, you gotta
give it
subscribe.
all the
Is that what
likes
people
and-
do?
yeah, and subscribe.
Like-
Yep.
Like, I mean, she's really putting it on for you guys. Like,
This is
come on,
Peak the show must go on right here.
right?
Okay, so other things. Oh, I learned a cool new trick from Casimira. Casimira, thank you. But I mean, I won't be any good at a lot of the tricks for quite a while, though.
I mean, new tricks is always good. I wanted to bounce some stuff off of Uberhall that I found about some interesting things in Rungia, and I just kind of want to like share with her all of the stuff I've kind of found researching, and then I'm also going to bring up with her the bit about the Luxfix in the area between Saikan and that name that's really hard to pronounce. Belarister? I don't know. Belarister? Yeah.
Yeah.
Belarister.
Like
there we go. The name is
Belarister.
tough to pronounce. That really just makes my like dyslexia go bananas.
I could get
Because
most
I
of them.
want to
don't know
say
why that would
Blairster,
be
and that's not right at all.
most of them are not. I can get most of them. That one, for some reason, is one I'm like, why didn't I change that one?
Dude, yeah, that one's hard for me too. What's silly is that one's harder than like Dardanetto, which I feel like should be harder.
Yeah. But okay, so you told her about that. She says, okay. Well, I suppose that makes sense. Is there something more specific you wanted me to research next?
I don't know. I just was hoping that might fill in a little bit of gaps about like locally an area that we're looking for, about where these guys could have came from, since we kind of can narrow down where they really tried to start their like worship of cult religion, and that's kind of nearish where we found the statue, right? Because I mean, we found it right here, right? And on the map, I indicated on the map for all of you on the stream who couldn't see. We found it right here, and that's between those 2 points. And since I kind of just have a very vague understanding of the area, I was hoping maybe that at least gets us a region we can research instead of just like all of Sitsagia.
That's true. I mean, yeah, we do know. We know where it is already, and I don't know. That's maybe I should look into the Storm Wardens.
Yeah, I mean,
They did say
really,
they've been
right?
around for a long time. So
Yeah, and a lot of people in the area, even, Psychon, they're close. They didn't even know anything about them, right? They thought they were giants and mythical and all these crazy things, and really they're just, blue folks like shoot arrows at Sam.
I'd like to hit me with arrows, not just shoot.
That's such like unnecessary shade, and I'm sorry. But it was funny.
I suppose that's true. Well, for now, I guess I'll look into that. I don't think there's much else I can find just on Moluxifix specifically. So I guess I'll pivot to that.
Cool.
Sounds
and then,
like a good idea.
Yeah, anything you pick out about an amulet of sands, anything you can find about that just offhand, or if you've heard of it, I'm interested.
I mean, if it's something documented by the Federo, there's a good chance Clint will know about it. But I can ask him, and I'll take care of that.
Sure. I was going to ask him the next time I got to chat with him. I just don't know the next chance I'm going to get to actually like sit and chat with him for a bit is. So, but because from what I read, some Federo had it. So it's not like it's just a thing that they theorized existing or whatever, that people actually had it in their possession. So he might even know where one would be located. Not even just how to make one, right?
Planning an expedition to Vungia.
I mean, maybe. Who knows?
It's like you've got a thing for war-torn nations or something.
Aren't they all, though, at this point? I mean, I guess they're not, but
No, not really.
they sure seem like
some
it.
looks quite nice this time of year. And
Yeah.
Goons.
Hey, they're not in Sun Guk, technically.
they're in Gaum.
They're in
They're in the
Gaum.
Undang territory,
Yeah.
which is part of Gaum.
I was just trying not to laugh because of all the shit we've gone through in Sun Guk recently. Sorry, guys. There's another campaign we play on Wednesdays that takes place in Sun Guk, and we've been through some shit and some stuff, too.
Well,
Would recommend it.
I would.
If
It
you
was a
live
lot of fun,
in
actually.
the Caliphate, it's probably fine. Yeah, I think it's more being the enemy that's an issue.
Right, yeah, they're just stirring up stuff for everybody else. But yeah, no, look, I'm just curious. There's a lot of interesting stuff in there, and I'd like to at some point maybe go check it out. Not now, but since I've got the information, doesn't hurt to see what I can find.
All right, makes sense. Well, for now, Lamia dear, you'll tell us if something else happens.
If I'm aware of it.
Of course. Necessary prerequisite, I suppose. Good.
Drat, I meant to go visit.
Batu.
Oh my god. Yeah, Batu. I was scrolling all the way up my information. Oh well, I guess that can be tomorrow's plan for me.
Yeah. I'm definitely down to just like get some good food and honk out. It's been a day.
Okay, so you guys get some food and then go rest.
Yeah, I want to take some food to Verbrong as well.
Okay.
Since he's probably still out in the stable, I imagine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna bring him some chow and have a little chit chat. Just pretty much just like, you doing well, you know, it's good out here, you comfy, you know, like, you know, we're gonna be shipping out soon, kind of stuff, you know. Just fill him in.
He which he appreciates, and he is definitely more awake, obviously, now that it's evening. But so he'll talk with you for a little while. He's not the most talkative, obviously, but
Yeah, I imagine it's gonna be a lot of me talking and him standing there stoically.
mm-hmm. And waiting for you to finish and goes, that's crazy. No.
It's one of those, they told me I would say that and people would stop talking, but he just keeps going.
Not getting the hint. But so you chat with him, and anyone else trying to do anything with the nighttime?
Time. No,
Nighttime.
yeah, it was the first thing that jumped in my mind.
Good.
I got nothing, yeah.
Lamia? And you're
Nope.
not taking the sleep meds?
Nope, he says
That
he's
was the
gonna
choice.
watch me.
I say as a gag, but I will in fact do this, but I am doing it in a bit to get a rise out of Rahala. I will blindfold myself, since we're gonna have to share a bunk together, and like stumble into the room to try and find somewhere to sleep. Blindfolded, since she called me out on having dark vision last time.
She laughs at you, but will like guide you to where you sleep. Okay. So you guys bed down for the night. And we have to wait for Giselle to stop dying.
What am I rolling?
Oh, we just gotta wait for you to stop dying. Are you done? No,
For
you're
now.
still dying. No, you're not. You're still
I'm
dying.
done for now.
Just like
I
the
can't
rest of
control
us.
it. Patrick, please just go
You're
on.
always dying. Anyway, so
Yeah, every second.
so you guys go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Sam, Samuel,
Me.
Mr. Goodbean.
That was my father.
The goodest of beans.
You stay up a little while, trying to keep an eye on Lamia, reading, doing whatever else. So you kind of just relaxing, making sure nothing crazy happens. Nothing really does. Roll me a perception though.
I know we're inside, but are there potted trees in this area that one might consider to be a forest?
No. Surprisingly
Listen, if
not.
we were outside, we wouldn't have to worry about this.
Nah,
Yes,
it's
we
still
wouldn't.
gonna be a forest.
17. Okay. That is a pretty decent check. You listen out. You hear that the storm outside does ease up a little bit. But eventually the house is very quiet. I think you hear some footsteps outside the door for a moment. They're gone. Silence. You're pretty tired. Just as the night rolls on, continue to watch. Check in on Lamia. Nothing crazy happening tonight. No red eyes, no fits, nothing. A little surprised. But you gotta get your rest too. So eventually you go to sleep.
Go to sleep, go to sleep, go to sleep.
Blow your lantern out. And all that stuff.
Candle hat, thank you.
Yeah,
No,
it's
it
perfectly
was
safe to
head-
have in bed.
The candle hat
It's gonna be
stays
like
on
one of those
during
old.
sex.
Oh, Jesus.
I was just thinking like one of those old ladies that caught their
Sorry,
house on fire
little
like
thing,
8
little thing, little
times,
thing.
smoking in bed, and she's just like, "It's fine."
You can't burn down another house, Agnes.
I don't know why I imagine her name is Madge for some
Lucille.
reason. I
It's
just
Agnes,
do.
Madge, one of
Yeah,
them
something like
crotchety old
that.
lady
Abel.
names. But anyway,
Yeah.
Lamia. You are resting quite peacefully, much more than you expected to. But someone is trying to get your attention. Someone keeps calling your name.
Oh, that's unfortunate, because Lamia, not knowing really any better, would answer.
I mean, at first,
why?
you're pretty damn tired. It doesn't even feel like your
Oh,
mouth
okay.
is supposed to move.
Oh,
'Cause
okay.
you're asleep, you know?
All right, it's more like a lips move and noise comes out, but nothing moves, nothing happens, just like straight dead weight.
Yeah. The voice does pick up. It does intensify a little bit. There's an urgency to it. Lamia, awaken. Start to notice your heart rate increasing.
Oh, that's no good.
It's a lot harder to stay asleep. Lamia,
Fuck.
you open
Gets
your
up.
eyes. You can feel that they still are closed. When you sit up, you can still kind of feel the impression of the mattress on your back. You feel very sluggish. It is pitch black in this room. Very faintly in front of you, you see a figure. Just like the slightest shape of a humanoid form standing at the foot of your bed. It speaks to you again. And it says, "There is a predator lurking about."
Fuck. That's mental. I mean, that part is mental, because she tired. She up, but she tired. Her eyes are closed. Predator about.
I feel that in my soul.
So she'll like grab her pillow, throw it to Sam's
Your
pillow.
hand passes through the pillow.
Oh, it passes through the pillow. That's
You
not
realize
good.
when you look down, you are still lying there asleep.
Oh. Oh, that ain't good. Right, Predator. Okay.
Yes. Red in fang and claw. But this one walks upright, wearing the mask of a man, but a monster inside. He carries his fangs in a sheath. He is close. You watch as the door opens, just slightly. You don't see anything come through. Just a couple of inches open. Like someone's peeking in.
Can I move to try and see who might be peeking in?
You try to leave the bed, you find that you're stuck.
Yeah, fair enough.
You are all in great danger, it seems. He is silent, and your physical form is unaware. But you are not alone, Lamia. Shall I hide you, so that you are safe?
Can I roll a sense motive?
Sure.
I got nothing else, Patrick.
Can I roll a sense motive? It's supposed to stay on this, god dang it. A 10.
Uh-huh.
Hmm.
I don't think that's good enough. I don't know why.
I don't think that's good enough.
That's okay.
You, again, have some issues getting a good sense of this creature.
Mm-hmm. Would it just be
does
me
not
that...
mean you trust him,
No, yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It just means that
Right.
you don't get any extra sense.
Yeah.
Sorry, you had a question.
Would it just be me that's safe?
I asked if you wanted me to hide you.
No, thank you. I'll face this terror ahead.
You can see the form shift. You almost for a moment see eyes flicker across where the head is as they turn to look at Sam. And shall I hide your friends so that they are safe?
So I don't know a lot about religion and stuff, but I don't... Okay, so Lamia's thoughts are, no, that's probably a bad idea because that means he might be part of them too then. So, like, you could see that she's
It's a favor he's
struggling.
doing you. He's doing
Right,
you a favor,
but
not them.
yeah, you can see she's struggling really hard with that.
Or you can leave them to their fates.
You already know the history between this guy, or this one, and Mr. Gaia. So, like,
Yeah.
You know
So
all that stuff.
I do. Yeah. Please. Fate's better fought
Something
ahead.
stop. A hand actually goes over your mouth. And you see a woman made of vines and leaves. Absolutely gorgeous. She's difficult to look at, in fact. There's a brilliance to her. It says, "No, child. You do not need him." She's not looking at you. You can see that she's staring at the figure. And all at once, the figure is gone. The woman is gone. Door closes. Everything is black again. Your heart's still pounding.
Yeah, Lamia gets up and basically rushes to the door.
You shoot up. Like, sit up in bed suddenly. Sit up in bed suddenly. You do it right before there is a loud scream from another room in the manor. Wakes all of you up immediately. So, I mean, you were already suddenly like shooting upward, like out of bed.
Yeah, I'm rushing to the door.
You rush, throw the door open, and you can see that there's already like house guards, like moving around, like lights are coming on, and you see across the hall in another one of the rooms where you're pretty sure Team Ravjik was staying. The door is open, and you see Nomula, the elder sister of the Markham family. You see her standing outside the room, like backing away, covered in blood. And several people like rushing up, asking her what's happened, and she covers her mouth and is just pointing into the room and collapses into who you notice is Miles is there. You notice like he's there all of a sudden. She collapses against him. She's not like passed out, but like her legs go.
Did I manage to follow when I woke up?
Yeah, you guys are up.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm assuming you come out. If you don't, then I understand that.
That
You'd
around
be
my
like,
neck.
oh, shit.
No.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, Lamia would get out.
Yeah, I'm following Lamia also because I'm supposed to keep an eye on her. So.
Yeah,
I
Raham
just
is
want to throw out there
following
that even though we were woken up in the middle of the night, I'm still impeccably dressed.
you.
Oh,
In your fucking Louis Vuitton pajamas.
yeah, like really nice quality pajamas.
I don't even know if they're... Anyway,
Who cares what they make? Anyways,
yeah, Rahala is basically hiding behind you.
yeah, I'm very much standing there with the like. Panda was watching Clue yesterday. I just want to point to this that I am very much the Tim Curry Butler stance of ha ha ha. Like it's just like what is happening?
Yeah. So as you guys come out there, you see she's like pointing into the room, and Miles is kind of pulling over. He's like, "What happened now? Like this? God damn it! What?" She's go get Paul. And he kind of like holds her out, and he's like, "Come on, you're stronger than that. Now you're gonna have to walk." And you see her kind of clench her jaw, and like she starts to like immediately just starts crying, and she straightens herself up and starts rushing upstairs. You see her meet with, like on her way up, Rugeki was on her way down, and she walks with her, or runs with her at this point. And Miles looks over and sees all of you, and there's like a pause when he sees you. And from your angle, you can kind of see in the room. You can see all 3 members of Team Ravjik have been butchered. The room is thrashed. There are just streaks and smears of blood all over it. Shut up, phone. I know what time it is. Anyway, and you can tell just kind of the look on Miles' face is a, oh no, kind of concern with correlation between you all being here and this happening. But it very quickly passes. He just says, "Go back to your rooms for now. Something terrible has happened."
Oh. All right, yeah.
We'll pick up from there.
Yeah.
You have a week to make your decision on how you want to handle that.
Oh, first thing you want to say, yeah. I'm going to type into the chat or I'll remember it.
I just want to say.
Also, luckily for us, we have a video record.
Yeah, so. I just want to say before I do the plugs, because I'm going to do plugs at the end. That I took a copious amount of notes this session, but at some points I put, instead of Nilux Fix, I put the name I can't spell. I put Nilux if I can't spell that. And then I wrote also, somewhere in here, I wrote, Lamia won't stop calling me boss. I wrote something about Sam making a joke. And I also wrote that I can't spell alcohol, so then I should just use booze. I just wrote that.
Alcohol is hard to spell.
Dude, it is.
Alcohol is spelled by people who don't drink alcohol.
Randomly in my notes, I also wrote, I took more notes for this single session than I took all of high school. And then I wrote something else that was silly. I don't know. But anyways, so I want to thank everybody who stuck around through the technical difficulties and anybody watching the replays.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to apologize profusely for any problems we have with this. Patrick, I'm sure you're going to do a wonderful job editing and take out some of our nonsense, but there's only so much you can do.
Yeah, it's
right?
going to be rough.
It's going to be rough. So I'm going to apologize and thank everybody for sticking with this. I don't know what happened. We normally don't have these kind of problems. But check out our Discord if you want to be part of the community. Chat with us. Find out. It's a great place for announcements, all that stuff. We do polls. We do cool stuff. And it's going to have the best place to get a hold of the newest stuff that we're going to be doing soon, since we're not going to be hitting affiliate soon. I want to thank everybody else again for last week pushing us over that threshold to get there. We just got to finish hitting those stream goals, and then boom, we got it. Check out all the replays on YouTube, and we also have a Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. It's all unnatural_1s on everything. You can just search that. You will find it. When you're there, you can interact with us on all of those. And that is where we announce things all the time, too.
The world X is good. They can still hear us.
sure there's something else. I was trying to think. I know there's
Yeah,
more
yeah,
plugs.
yeah. Our affiliate stream is going to be on the 6th.
Yes.
Our affiliate celebration stream. I don't know, when do you guys... We'll talk offline. I'm trying to figure out when I should preview that. I'm trying to make a video, is the thing.
Ooh, yeah, buddy.
And, so which takes time, obviously, so...
Yeah, April 6th, for those of you guys who are listening on other things that might not be ready for what the date is. But yes, April 6th, we're going to do our affiliate thank you to everybody stream.
It's going to be fun. It's going to be a one-shot that might turn into a two-shot just because of how much time we have. But,
yeah.
It'll be, it's going to be fun as fuck. Y'all are gonna...
And also, like I said, to join the Discord, you can let us know. There's a good chance that Mondays I'm just going to start randomly popping on the stream live because I am going to be doing stuff Monday anyways. I might as well stream it. Let me know what kind of stuff you want me to do. If I'm going to just sit in here and goof around with people, throw in suggestions. But if not, it'll be whatever. You might just have to sit and watch me do stuff. Who knows? But yeah, I just want to check in with everybody on that. And, man, I know I had more things I wanted to say, and I should have wrote them down.
That's alright. We got a Discord for that. Let's
Yeah, and plus, there's always next week's stream to talk about stuff.
True, because there will be a stream next week, and
sure.
If Molly is still alive, then she'll be here and nice and healthy. And if she's dead, fuck her. No, I'm kidding.
Oh my god. Monday, the
just because that would age
replay...
really poorly if something happened.
Oh my god, that would.
No, if she's dead, I will not be streaming. That would
yeah, we will not be streaming. That would be terrible. But Monday, the replay of this should drop.
YouTube would be nice to me.
Yeah. So for all the wonderful people on YouTube, subscribe, bell, like, comment. Those words mean things.
I want to raid. Let me raid.
Who
Let me raid. It's not gonna let me raid. I think it's because it's broken.
Okay. I was gonna say I had a suggestion, but
it's just not letting me raid. Well, who's your suggestion? Maybe just won't let me raid.
It's ADHD Adventures, or it's ADH Adventures. Excuse me. There's no second D. The second D is in Adventures.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see if that'll do it. Oh, that seems to be working.
Cool.
Well, okay. Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Bye. I don't know why I waved. You can't see me, but I waved.
Bye-bye.